Good morning, everybody. Just wanted to touch base with a real quick video going into the purpose and kind of future of this channel as I've been able to navigate the waters of YouTube over the past 2 months and learn some things. Had some great feedback and comments and criticism, even to get certain topics probably out there before others. And I'll be very honest with you. The original goal of this was to just fill some gaps in. And I think I think I had about like 15 videos in my mind planned, and that would pretty much encapsulate it. But with rabbit holes that you never really dream about going down and end up going down, those things tend to change. I'm gonna kind of give you at least a little bit of a background on why I'm going to continue to do this for a little bit, and even why I started it as well. And my background, you've probably seen from other videos, has been in teaching and then also in the financial education world, licensed financial advisor. So what I do currently is I give plans to clients to get out of debt much sooner than they would have otherwise under their current plan. I teach them how to invest properly, short term, medium term, and long term, and then also teach them budget techniques as well, and a lot of other intricate stuff that goes in between those gaps. But those are the big three that I look at. Lou himself, the inspiration for this channel, Lou was very much an expert on the trading world and obviously his old school Wall Street world. And his world sometimes crossed mine and sometimes didn't. But Lou, I also noticed, had a lot of shop talk and used a lot of terms that are definitely very familiar to those on in the industry, but maybe not to the average person. And that's really who I sit down with on a nightly basis: people who have not had that class on the money game or financial literacy, or have gone through any of that. They kind of just hang around and do the best that they can with what they have, with their decent jobs, bringing in decent amount of money to pay for the things that they're responsible for: families, mortgage, and really future investment planning for college or retirement or whatever their other goals and dreams are. So my thought with this channel originally, and still today, is to kind of bridge that gap on the financial terminology and lingo, and then also offer practical solutions for some of the problems that may be out there. Pretty much the electronic YouTube world of what I do in my professional life. So don't know if I've landed it. I'm a teacher by trade, so obviously, as you, the challenging part of this has been that my teaching style is Socratic, which is you ask a question to the students, they provide feedback, and then the class goes from there. This has been a little more static, a little more prescriptive. And what I'm thinking of doing, at least with this, is using the comments section probably as that feedback loop where you have questions, then I can either address them there or launch another video that would explain some of that. I've done that quite a few times already. I'm over 20 something videos, and I haven't even touched the original 15, maybe a third of the original 15 that I wanted to, because of the ideas that you keep giving me on the comments, which I'm very appreciative of, because that leads me down other paths and other rabbit holes that I may not have thought about. So that's kind of my goal as I'm looking to continue ahead. Um, my background academically is in the political science, history, economics realm with a mix of philosophy, as you can probably tell. And there are some great channels out there that educate, but what I've noticed is that my videos tend to do better and do well without ads. So I've done everything I can to do to not monetize the videos. And then, as I did some more research, it said you had to have 1,000 subscribers and then 4,000 hours of view time in order to have full control over not monetizing, which is just fucking stupid. So I'll play their stupid game until I get to that point where I can, because I realize that whether it's a 10-minute, 15-minute, or even 30-minute video, it does present itself a lot better when there's no ad that you have to click off of. So what I have noticed with some of the settings that I did make is that some of the ads that do come up have a skip button right away. So I guess that's an improvement on the waiting for the 5 seconds or whatever. But just know I'm working on that behind the scenes. My goal on this is not to become a YouTuber. I'm not really, I'm not really into those really neat videos with the drone shots of a black and white metropolitan city and Wall Street with the somber, eerie Gothic music teaching you about the pending doom that's coming. Great stuff. I applaud everybody who does that. Not my style. I just really don't give a shit about even getting into that. So rest assured, the format that I'm doing is the format that I enjoy communicating, and hopefully you'll get something out of it. As I'm stretching forward. So the future of the channel, what it will be, because of the philosophical nature of my teaching style, there's going to be some kind of philosophical theme, which is the why and what you're doing behind the actions you take. Some kind of thread, at least, where a lot of the other people that I've watched, or you've seen a lot of probably people who have commented on some of these plays, they'll even do the disclaimer, not a financial advisor. Please don't take this as financial advice. I'm doing the same thing. Even though I am a financial advisor, this is not what you should do when I put these videos out. It's what you could do as a possibility among the endless possibilities of what you can do with these assets that you're currently holding. So please do keep that in mind. What this video and channel will not be daily XRP updates and clickbait titles. Really just not into it. There are some other people out there that do some daily XRP updates and just the general ecosystem itself. As I find important things, I can share them, share links. I really like the community tab as I'm getting into this because I do like writing. So as I do some more of that, so that's probably where you'll find it, because then I could just link to somebody else who's got the fancy black and white drone shot over Wall Street with the somber music. Rather outsource that to other people who are good at that and enjoy doing that. And with some of the comments, at least open to other possibilities. One of them was maybe some geopolitical news to put some context into this. I think this is a very good idea. I'm going to caution it in just in my background in the political science realm. For many years, I was doing daily, Monday through Sunday, research into that field in order to prepare for classes and at least bring that to the classes that I did teach. So after 15 years of that, you start to get weary and bogged down and burnt out by that topic. But it is an important one, and it's one that I do have a pretty good familiar background with, just based on my academic studies. So that might be something that I could hit maybe weekly, maybe other week, or as they come up, as those needs see as important. Again, not the daily updates or anything like that, but there are certain shifts that I think it's important for everybody to be aware of, because this is going to affect us on our home shores, which is something that we really haven't had happen for a very long time. The last time I'm thinking is probably September 11th. And before that, the barrel of the gun has not been pointing towards the United States really at all since we became the dominant world power in the 40s. Things are changing, and it's something that our generation, even our parents' generation, are not used to. So thinking about that as a possibility, I'll let you know, as time goes on. You'll probably see something along those lines. New projects and tokens. This is an ecosystem that is evolving, and it's tough to see excuse me, tough to see where this is going to go and how this is going to play out and how it's going to be practical. The same way when the internet launched, in the modern day internet that we know anyway, it launched in 1991, there was no way to see what would be built on top of that, from eBay to smartphones to apps that we can now pretty much manage our day-to-day lives. So I believe we're in that early stage of the internet as well with these projects. And this is only going to become apparent to us a few years down the road. So I'm going to keep my eyes aimed for the future and try to explain simply what this could look like and how you could practically utilize some of the projects that are built on this new technology. I think that would be probably the most valuable item that I could probably do. Also, other cold wallets. I'm going to say that the war against self-custody is probably the single largest threat facing us. Private property has been slowly eroded, usually by our representatives in charge. Nobody's property is safe when Congress is in session. I've been saying that for years. And this is the purest form of private property because we're seeing a world ahead of us. We're taking responsibility for our own investments, and then we're securing them so that nobody else could get them. The same way we would put, gold coins in a safe, antiques locked up so nobody else could get them, securing private property that has value, that we believe has value. The threat against this is the threat to private property and the whole system that we're involved in anyway. And unfortunately, a lot of people cower in fear when some disaster or crisis happens, and there's no shortage of assholes in Congress, even at the state level and even at your municipal level, where they get away with a lot of shit. There's no shortage of those assholes who want to take advantage of any crisis that comes in because you are afraid of whatever threat that they're pointing to as the thing that's going to bring down the society or whatever it is of the day. So I understand that. Let's keep our ears and eyes vigilant when those things do happen, because once that goes, then you're seriously looking at, okay, let's go to a geographical area that treats us the best rather than our homeland that our ancestors brought us up in. It's a radical shift, but one probably worth exploring, at least in my opinion. I'm probably going to do also some deep dives into some traditional finance. This is, I think, at the larger picture, this is pretty much going to be the purpose and the general spirit of this channel, is probably to give you advising that I would normally give to clients. I don't have all the answers, but I do like asking a lot of questions, and I think answers only stop us from exploring more. I think it's more important to generate questions, which is why I like the questions in the comments section. I know the YouTube comment section isn't always known for its intellectual thought sometimes, but everybody who's commented on my videos, with very few exceptions, has been phenomenal and asking, genuine clarity on some things that may be a little foggy. My whole goal as a teacher has always been to cut through that fog, and this is one of the areas that I've seen um, really be of value to people that I sit face to face with. The YouTube aspect is just a different avenue and channel for that. I just want to probably, even document it so there's something there and it'll always be there. And then unfortunately, one day this will end. I don't have any delusions of grandeur to be a YouTuber. There's a lot of things that I've learned just in the past 2 months on how this works. And while it seems interesting, I've got other shit to do. And there's going to come a day where roughly everything I know about this field is going to be cataloged and documented on this YouTube channel. Not just YouTube, but also Rumble as well. I started to put one video on Rumble. Once I get that pretty much mirrored over there, maybe there will be less ads and it'll be easier to watch on Rumble. Then you'll be able to have two places where, God forbid, one's gets shut down because the things I'm going to say, especially on the geopolitical news, are not. And I when I say that, I don't give a fuck what gets clipped, what gets, demonetized. Or I'm not doing this for any of the monetization. I'm just doing this because I see the fog and I see the truth, and I'd rather get the truth out there. So GFYM, if you're the type of person that's going to hit it for that. I'm just trying to put this out there so everybody's aware. And with that being said, just stay tuned. I wish I could get like a dedicated schedule of here's when the videos are going to come out. I've just been trying to do it as I've had some free time, but I've really enjoyed it. I've gotten to dig down into the two things that I really love doing, which is research and teaching. So thank you for allowing me with that opportunity. We are going to be in some turbulent times going ahead. So I'm going to try to steer everybody through the next end of whatever this is going to look like. Hang tight, everybody. Giant hugs.